What's going on, guys? Skoks, Chicago Blackhawks Central here. Gonna go over some updates tonight. Some recent stuff from the Winter Classic jersey being leaked to a few prospect ranking articles. A few came out this past week, so lots to check out, lots to get to. So let me run the intro and we'll get into it. Yeah, so let's start out with uh, a post. Forgot who posted it, but it was not long ago, and it has Patrick Kane training at the Fifth Third Arena in his Red Wings gear. So let's take a look at that. Let me bring it up. Let me know if you can see that just fine. Yeah, so Frank Nazar has been training with Patrick Kane at the Fifth Third Arena from Charlie Romeliotis on the 14th. So, small, short little clip. Some NHL players here. I believe on Hawks Twitter we went over that it was Brossois in net in that Hawks jersey because I did spot a goalie in a Hawks jersey. So I wonder who else might have been there, and just who's training at the Fifth Third. Starting up in less than a month now, in mid-September, going on with the prospects and rookies um, at the Fifth Third, and they're going to travel to St. Louis for the Tom Curvers, the prospect showcase. So we will see how that shakes out with the veterans that are getting into town a little earlier, and who's helping out. So that would definitely be big. Definitely hoping to see a few more guys there. But yeah, let's take a look at a few more clips. Also, shout out to Riz once again. Uh, Seems like Alex Vlasic was also on the ice with Nazar, Kane, and others. There's Vlasic in the left side there. Yeah, so awesome to see Alex Vlasic be in person there, and I think that's great for him. Just to be a bigger, um, what's it called, like bigger personality on this team. I think it's great for Vlasic just being a younger player, and definitely helping out with some of the younger guys coming up with Korchinski, EDM, and Nolan Allen. Obviously, Levshinov when it's time for him to come up to the Hawks, same as Sam Renzel here. But loving what I'm seeing from Alex Vlasic just over this past year, 2 years now, year and a half, right? Starting out with his small stint on the Hawks, then going over to Rockford, getting hurt, and then came back to the Ice Hogs after his injury, playing extremely well, and played the whole season up with the Hawks last year, and was very, very good as a young player and on this team, right? Being good on that team last year is that was just a weird thing to do, but uh, crazy season last year, but awesome for Alex Vlasic. Love seeing that from him. But let's take a look at the Beauty League. Not sure on who else is playing in this. This summer type of seems like travel hockey, just for fun. Nothing too serious, but cool to see Sam Renzel and Oliver Moore um, in the summer program, just getting on the ice, playing some games. Nice to see Sam Renzel. Nice assist over to Oliver Moore, turns on the Jets and uh, pots one in there. Just simple little deke. backhand, forehand, nothing too much going on there, but love to see that from Oliver Moore. Love to see that. So let's check out what else is going on. Ben Pope, the Pope from Chicago Sun Times. Awesome to see a few more games getting thrown out there for the winter. Schedule. Let's take a look here. December 31st, Hawks versus Blues. Obviously, the New Year's Eve Winter Classic game is on the 31st. January 3rd, Penn State versus Notre Dame. Interesting to see not a single team with a Hawks prospect on that team get in, right? Uh, Unless I'm missing something. I don't think I am. But yeah, January 3rd is Penn State versus Notre Dame. No Hawks prospects. January 3rd, I'm guessing at a later time, or am I just looking at this differently? So I'm guessing they're on the same day, yeah, and maybe they're just at different times. Who knows? But or maybe it's right after one another. Could be. I don't know how that schedule is working out there, but Ohio State versus Michigan. We do not have any prospects there currently. Yeah, because Nazar will be up with Rockford or get a stint with the Hawks possibly for the Winter Classic game. I think that would be awesome to have Korchinski and or Nazar, maybe even Levshinov get up on the Hawks for that Winter Classic game just to get that jersey on and play outdoors. I think that's a big opportunity for the team, for the players, just to have that experience. And they will probably call up someone for that game just to have that experience because that's awesome. January 4th, Ohio State versus Wisconsin, the women's hockey team. So that's very, very cool at Wrigley Field. And the same day, Wisconsin versus Michigan State men's hockey. Michigan State, obviously, Levshinov, he uh, played there last season. And yeah, so no current Hawks prospects on these college teams coming up for this Wrigley Field game, right? The Big Ten hockey series at Wrigley Field. No prospects going on, but still cool to see some outdoor hockey at Wrigley Field, which is not far at all for you know local fans just over here on the north side. But let's take a look at let's see here. Let's see Ben Pope once again from the Chicago Sun Times. Good article he put out a few days ago. Let's see here. The NHL will keep the rink orientation at Wrigley Field from third base to first base, but it will be pushed slightly further into the outfield than in 2009. So it's not going to be as close right here in the picture. More things we learned about the Winter Classic yesterday. So he has a nice article on that on the Chicago Sun Times. So check that out. Definitely because that's some important details. To see the rink getting pushed back a little towards the center of the field, uh, it's a little better for the fans that are sitting in the stands, right, in the bleachers. Definitely good to see that. Just for all fans, but looks like the fans that will be sitting at home plate and around here at near first base and third base, it's going to be pushed out a little more. So we'll see how that looks on broadcast. I mean, it's going to look great on broadcast, but for fans in attendance, we'll see how that shakes out, right? But let's check out what else we got here. Chicago Prospects, another great uh, account on Twitter here. Big news regarding Blackhawks prospect Roman Kanserov from the Russian Prospects account here. Kanserov is expected to be back in November, according to his KHL team's coach, because he did have that injury not too long ago, but he's going to be back very soon in November this fall. So that's awesome to see that as well. And let's get to the bigger news of the night, bigger news of the week, right? Is ice what? Ice the Ticks um, account on Twitter here leaked the Hawks Winter Classic jersey, and I'm a big fan of the red jersey this year. Definitely wanted a red Winter Classic jersey, and let me find a pic of it. Yeah, right here. So the rumors are true. The Blackhawks Winter Classic jersey photo floating around is the real deal. Um, let's see what else we have here. I have a new video going into all the details, rendering now. Will be on the channel soon. I have not seen any clips from that, but these are the detailed pictures of the jersey. I do like it. Would I have liked the older uh, Hawks logo in the middle? Maybe, but I think it still looks great with the off white and black stripes. Got the nice throwback tomahawks on the side, on the sleeves, similar to that 2009 Winter Classic jersey, which is probably the best one. I really like that one a lot, but definitely a good looking jersey. I'm gonna try and get my hands on one of these this year because that's awesome. And Connor Bedard's first Winter Classic jersey. That will be awesome and very very expensive as well. But yeah, let's take a look at what else we got going on here. Shout out to Riz once again. Coming soon. Hope y'all enjoy this Blackhawks prospect guide. Yeah, so he sent me over a small teaser for his Hawks prospect guide. Awesome stuff. Always putting out some good stuff about Hawks prospects. Has it all set up and almost ready to go probably by now. So yeah, shout out to Riz once again. Awesome guide. Looks great. Let's see what else we got popping up here. Yeah, shout out Hayes on the Chicago Bulls Central account. I believe they did get to 2,000 or oh, no 20,000 on that Bulls account. Awesome to see that in like 3 years. He's been grinding every day. Always has good content every day, up and running. But shout out to him as well. Kevin Weeks, also a big talking point in Hawks Twitter recently, right? Looking at the goalie for the Nashville Predators, system for their organization. Askarov, Yaroslav Askarov, I believe that's his first name. Yeah, Yaroslav Askarov. A bigger goalie too, right? I forgot his size. It's like 6'4", 6'5", but I do like him as a goalie. But he has requested a trade, and would that be realistic for the Hawks? I mean, not really. Cam Robinson put out here. When was this? About a day ago. Feels like Chicago should be all over landing Yaroslav as Askarov, young, potentially elite goaltender to grow with their young core, and they have pieces, draft capital to make a sound offer. I mean, I agree with that we do have the assets to possibly make that happen. But do I see the Nashville Predators, trading a high end goalie prospect in division to the Hawks? You know, just looking at our system, how we're up and coming like that. I don't see that happening, and I don't think it's going to happen. If it happens, then yeah, that's awesome because we get a very talented young goalie in the system, and that would be cool. But I don't see that happening just with Mrazek and Brossois, running the tandem for the season. And uh, but if it happens, like I said, that would be awesome as well. But once again, shout out to Ben Pope from the Chicago Sun-Times. Another article on Taylor Hall here. Seems like he had a small interview with him recently. So while recovering from ACL surgery, one thing Blackhawks forward Taylor Hall could work on was his shooting. So he did. He hopes it pays off to get up near 30 goals. That would be a lot of fun for me at this age. I mean, he's not super old, but yeah, would love to see him score like 30 goals. I would take 20 goals from Taylor Hall. I think that helps out a lot. Just looking at the time he played last season, wasn't very impressed with him with the games that he did play, but Obviously, he was injured, so hope he's all ready to go because he has been a good player for a very, very long time. And, with Taylor Hall sorting out whatever role he's going to have this season, whether it's on the top six or middle six, we'll see what happens with Taylor Hall, but definitely hoping for a good year from him. Um, Once again, from the Athletic Chicago account, yeah, so the New York Times, just the prospect rankings, ranking Blackhawks best young players, Connor Bedard, number one, and Lev Chanel follows. I don't really see Bedard as a prospect right now. Just trying to lead the team, not lead the prospect rankings. Not too worried about rankings right now. Just focused on the upcoming season, really. But let's give Craig Budden a follow there. I don't know why I haven't followed him yet, but yeah, yeah. I don't get too deep into the prospect rankings right now. Um, Usually take a look at that more around draft time, because it's more relevant to that time. But awesome to see. Yeah, a few more tidbits. Jonathan Tays put out on his, I think it was his IG, yeah, his Instagram. He's been surfing a lot, just being active. So good to see the captain, healthy, doing stuff all around. Just surfing is pretty extreme as well. Just a lot going on there. So definitely good to see him back and active. So we'll see what happens with Tays with his retirement coming up this year. Probably we'll see when he announces it officially. But good to see the captain back doing stuff, man. That's awesome. CHL posted the Blackhawks prospect pipeline is full of OHL hockey talent. Yeah, lots of OHL talent, especially on the Bulldogs. Yeah, with Vanacker and Lardis, just got a lot of fun, young prospects, talented guys. Can't wait to see who shakes out roles here in the future. And not going to touch on the small league tidbits too much here, but seems like the draft will have a different vibe moving forward. Let's see here. GM Scouts won't be attending, but that doesn't mean it won't be a marquee NHL event. Here in LA is the front runner to host the 2025 NHL Draft and NHL Awards with their venues and stuff to be determined from Pagnota. Yeah, so they're going to shake up the draft system a bit and see how that works out for fans and everything. We will see. And shout out to Matty Beniers, uh, the 2023 Calder Trophy winner. He gets extended 7 years, 7 million with the Seattle Kraken. But that's the last little bit of league tidbits that we had today. But seems like we touched on a lot, just from the Winter Classic stuff to a few other updates. And I think that's going to wrap it up for tonight. But going to have a bit of a time off, just being on vacation this week, and I'll try to hop on midweek as well to hop on and talk through some more updates and possibly if anything big pops up because when it gets really quiet, then something just pops up out of nowhere. So we'll definitely be back very, very soon. And yeah, that pretty much wraps up tonight. We'll see you then. Let's go Hawks.